Now, most of us will know comedian Kathy Griffin for that infamous photo shoot, the one that depicted her holding up a severed and bloodied Donald Trump head next to her. Now, it caused outrage around the world. She saw her get death threats and Twitter hate, which is not that unusual. I mean, Twitter loves to hate. And she was also placed under a 2-month federal investigation as well. Now, though, she wins the lotto because she's coming to New Zealand, you see. She's off the no-fly list. She's bringing her world tour to Auckland. And Kathy Griffin plays at the Bruce Mason Centre in Takapuna. That's Auckland's North Shore, 19th of October, and tickets are on sale right now. You can vote in the election and you can pick up some tickets for this as well. And joining us is Kathy Griffin. Kathy, good morning to you.
Duncan, it's very good to see you. It's me, Hurricane Kathy. I love that you're covering the hurricane. You should know that our accidental president, you heard me, it's an accident. He's not supposed to be the president, that Cheeto fool. He, I believe, tweeted something like 12 hours ago. He retweeted one of his buddies saying, hey, there's a bunch of shelters. Like, basically, whenever we have a natural disaster, our accidental president just kind of goes like, good luck, everybody. It's not like it used to be here.
Yes, and he goes up to people and says, oh, my God, you're famous. I've seen you. I've seen you on all the emergency updates on the television.
Yeah, he thinks it's a good thing to take someone who barely survived a disaster and go, ha-ha, made you famous. So here's the thing that he accidentally did. He accidentally made me way more famous than I've ever been. So that photo, which outraged him so and affected his grown children to the point where he decided to, in the first time in the history of the United States, use the power of the Oval Office, the Federal Department of Justice, headed by Jefferson Beauregard Sessions, oh my word. And, you know, I'm supposed to apologize for a picture, and this guy is like basically, well, he might be a Nazi. I'm just going to be honest. We think there might be a Nazi in the White House as the actual president. I don't know if you saw that scary march in Charlottesville, but I'm just here to tell New Zealand that that's not all of us. That's a very tiny group of pod people or aliens somehow that follow this fool so much that they think it's okay to come back as Nazis, and they have both sides. My show, Kathy Griffin Laugh Your Head Off, is going to absolutely take aim at him and everything ridiculous that this administration is doing, which is affecting everybody, all right? So pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord, all that stuff. And, of course, I want you to know, because I'm a comedian first, although in my mind I'm also kind of like an investigator, comedy fugitive, and today I'll be a weather girl if I want to be old-timey. But also in the middle of all this, I'm just so happy to be kicking off the tour in Auckland. When I'm at the Bruce Mason Centre, I want you to know it will be the first time I have hit the stage since this incident, and I'm telling everything. I don't give a crap anymore.
What was it like for you, though, Kathy? Kathy, what was it like for you living through this investigation and the backlash that you got? Did it affect you?
Well, yeah, I'm still living through it. So just so you know, I mean, I am so thrilled to be doing, first of all, my first world tour, which I wouldn't have the opportunity to do it otherwise, frankly. But yeah, here in the United States, I'm still shunned, I'm still banned, I'm still toxic. You know, I mean, there is a feeling that's in this country that's never happened before. And we have this insane president that people are afraid of that normally wouldn't be afraid of him. And, you know, I mean, in Hollywood culture, it's the worst, right? So for me to have the audacity to be a 56-year-old female and be doing a world tour as a female comedian, I mean, how many female comedians over 50 can you even name that are doing a world tour?
I think it's wonderful that you're coming down under, Kathy, but I'm just from listening to what you're saying, do you regret that photograph at all or not?
No. I mean, seeing all the things that he and that administration have done since that photo, I've decided the outrage is just complete BS. I mean, the way they coordinated an attack on me, an American citizen, like I said, doing my thing, people, you know, thought that what I did was illegal. And you can not like that photo all you want, that's fine. But people shouldn't think that if their teenage kid took a photo like that, which many people do, and put it online, which many people do, I don't want anyone to actually think that their kid broke the law. I mean, I was under a 2-month federal investigation. That's never happened. And so I'm on a mission to go around the world, tell the story, also throw in a bunch of other stuff about, you know, the Kardashians and my mom and all the other crazy things that are happening in the world. You know, we've got to pick a team, apparently, between Kardashians and Taylor Swift. So my docket is full. And, of course, I'm going to have to, of course, talk about Bill English, because I hear that the Kiwis are afraid he doesn't have enough charisma. And I'm just here to say, we have an accidental president who has what some people would call charisma, and it's not good. I would not put too much of a high price tag on the charisma part. I would say you want someone who's sane, who's not going to, you know, try to get you into wars on a whim, and maybe in a natural disaster might like help a little bit.
So you're saying you'd support Bill English if you were here?
Well, he's a little conservative for my taste. You know, I do think it's fantastic, by the way, that you guys legalized gay marriage before the Australians. That's got to kill them, right?
Absolutely.
In their face.
What about
Way to go,
us?
New Zealand.
What about your peers and stuff and the people in the industry? After that photo was taken, did you have their support or did you feel that they turned their back on you?
I got a lot of private support, but the public support was not there. So if someone stuck a microphone in someone's face and said, "What do you think?" then a lot of times people said really nice things. But nobody like went out of their way, except for Jim Carrey, which was really cool because I don't know him that well. Jamie Foxx, which was great. And frankly, Jamie Foxx is an African-American guy, so he knows what it's like to be in an uphill battle in Hollywood and to be in the comedy business. So I really appreciated that because I don't really know those guys that well. And I appreciated that they stuck up for me. And otherwise, largely, there has not been support. There's been like either fake support or a lot of people giving me advice, like a lot of crazy advice. For example, one celebrity who I shall not name suggested I run for governor. Welcome to Hollywood.
Yes.
That's why I make fun of everyone.
First time I've met you, Kathy, but I'm getting the feeling I pretty much know where you stand on things.
All right, it was Nicole Kidman. It was Nicole Kidman. I'm just going to say it. Nicole Kidman, I saw her at a party. She was drunk, and she said, "You should run for governor."
Why start your tour in New Zealand? Is it because we're, as a country, sort of like sample size, and it's a good way to just see how it goes?
Why not? Why not? I swear. I said to my comedy booking agent, I said, "All right, if I'm shunned and shamed here in the United States because I dared make fun of the most embarrassing and ridiculous president in our history, then I don't know, can you guys think of any markets where it's okay to make fun of Donald Trump?" And then my dance card filled up, as my 97-year-old alcoholic mother would say. And yes, I know I'm making a very old-timey reference by saying dance card. So tell the millennials, it's kind of like before catfish or before social media, it's how people would meet. Anyway, so that's how I booked the tour. I know it's silly, and most tours aren't booked by where can I go where they get what a joke our president is. But honestly, that was a big guideline. And 15 countries later, here I come. And you guys get the first crack at me.
Will you be bringing any props with you? Will you be bringing anything with you to display at your event, at your show?
Well, I actually made sort of a homemade commercial for my tour because it's so grassroots. I mean, no one has put together a world tour like this in like 6 weeks. And in that commercial, I do show my little bag of dick jokes.
Your little bag of dick jokes.
That's a metaphor.
Yes,
that's a metaphor.
I hear you.
Although for the commercial, we actually fashioned an actual bag and wrote "bag of dick jokes" on it. I'm fearful of getting back on the no-fly list with that particular prop, but I would say that my show is less prop heavy and more incredibly honest stories that may not be for the faint of heart. I would suggest that if you are someone who walks around with several Bibles in your handbag or backpack, this may not be the show for you. If you're put off by curse words, this is probably not the show for you. If you accidentally think you got tickets to Mamma Mia, no, it's going to be offensive stories and smack talking about people, places, and things. No one is off limits.
It's smack talk. It's smack talk.
Has Donald Trump
smack
made
talk? I've been through an investigation. I've been practically excommunicated by my country. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to say whatever I want until the people laugh.
Oh, we welcome immigrants. No one gets turned down in New Zealand, so you're welcome here, and we have some houses available for you at a very expensive rate. Hey, nice to have you on the program. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next month.
I can't wait to see you guys. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Would you go?
I am going to see her. She is hilarious. She's very naughty, but she'll be very funny.
Yeah. I say fair play too. Even if you disagree, you know, taking the piss is fine.
It's comedy.
In a comedic sense. Yes. Don't go there and get offended. Go there to be outraged.
That's the place.
In a comedic way.
I agree. That's the place where you do it.
Yeah.
And it's allowed.